For years in the entertainment industry, Rotten Tomatoes has been a place that people go for a variety of things, whether it's to leave their own review of the movie, see what the critics are saying, see what fans are saying, see if there's a big discrepancy in those two different opinions. But it seems like increasingly over the last several years, people have no faith in Rotten Tomatoes, and for good reason. Not only did they basically come right out and say, we're going to manipulate things, we're going to protect certain movies like they did for Captain Marvel, Rotten Tomatoes makes big changes following Captain Marvel review bombing. But now we have reports of what we've been saying basically the entire time, that when it comes to the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, there's a lot of studios out there that are very deliberately and intentionally manipulating those things. Take a look at this report. Now, this is a big exclusive from Vulture, a very big article, but this is the headline. Rotten Tomatoes, PR company accused of paying critics for fresh Rotten Tomatoes scores. Now, this is not the first time that critics have been alleged or even admitted to changing the way that they view something to make sure either they stay in people's good graces or even in this case for money. But now you have this investigation into a certain firm that you can hire specifically for this reason. Isn't that interesting? Movie PR company Bunker 15 has been accused of paying off critics for fresh Rotten Tomatoes scores. A recent article by Vulture titled "The Decomposition of Rotten Tomatoes" claims that Bunker 15 has deliberately manipulated Rotten Tomatoes scores, and this is specifically about one movie from several years ago, Ophelia, a 2018 Hamlet retelling starring Daisy Ridley. Interesting that Daisy Ridley would be involved in this. Well, obviously, she's not the one that's going to these places, right? I'm just saying she's involved in a movie that this is happening. According to Vulture's report, Ophelia received a 46% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 13 reviews following festival screenings for the film in early 2018. A movie needs to be 60% or higher in order to be considered fresh. In response to the negative criticism, Bunker 15 allegedly contacted a number of self-published critics months later and offered them upwards of $50 to watch and review Ophelia. It's a Sundance film and feeling like it's been treated a bit harshly. So the team involved would like it to benefit from even more input from different critics. And of course, the tacit implication is they will pay you for good reviews of this movie. When the writer who received the aforementioned email, what would happen if they watched Ophelia, disliked it, and posted a negative review, Bunker 15 told them they were free to write whatever they wanted. However, the company mentioned super nice critics often post negative reviews on smaller sites that aren't on Rotten Tomatoes' radar rather than the main site, which means it wouldn't go into the Rotten Tomatoes critic score. That's basically what they said. Hey, give it a good review and you will get paid. Hey, if you don't like it, you don't want to, hey, just don't post it on there. Don't give us a negative review. And this doesn't sound crazy or conspiratorial at all. It sounds like exactly what we've known is going on. I'm surprised the fee's only $50. But again, this is not the first time that we've heard, even from critics, from their mouths, that they will give things positive scores, even just to keep access, let alone get paid for this positive review. This is from Data Racer. The first thing I thought of when all this news was breaking about Rotten Tomatoes today was a Data Racer clip from 2019, March 7th, 2019. Listen to this. This is a sci-fi writer. I forget his name. Here it is, Danny Roth. There it is. Listen to this.
Everybody in our industry occasionally has to play softball, occasionally has to, look the other way a little bit. Everybody has to do it.
Wait, returning what? Like a movie
in
that's
the sense that,
or?
I hated a movie, but I won't say that I hated the movie. Or an actor behaved a sort of way and you don't want to, put it out there that happened.
Right, because you might not get the next review.
Right.
Next
So
gig.
to some degree, everybody in our industry that is a part of this quote unquote access media has to sort of decide which battles they want to pick.
This is a Rotten Tomatoes critic admitting that sometimes they'll give things a positive review or won't say anything bad about it to keep access. This goes on throughout the entire access media. That's why they're called that. That's why you see all these fucking same people get the same access to the same shit, get invited to that is why. It's because they know they're in their pocket. They will say nice things about it. The same people come out every single DC movie. Oh my God, it's the most incredible thing ever. They just come all over themselves talking about any DC or Marvel, whatever, right? All these companies do this with a lot of these people in the access media. And now we have reports coming out that there are PR firms out there, I'm sure there's more, that will pay, like studios will pay to have positive Rotten Tomatoes scores. So when you look at what they've done, cucking the audience scores and removing very specific things, sometimes when you look at the verified audience review, you can tell it's just a spam of bot reviews in the verified section. Rotten Tomatoes has been flawed for a long time. Unfortunately, it's one of the biggest things we have, one of the only things we can compare different stuff to. There's also stuff like IMDb that's compromised. There's other things like Metacritic. But at the end of the day, Rotten Tomatoes is a massive one in the industry. Having that Rotten Tomatoes fresh score is a big deal. And studios have just been exposed for paying for good reviews. We knew they did it through access, but now we're hearing that it's through monetary means as well. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.